What's up, guys? It's me again, Christian Rodriguez, and today I got a banger for you. So, I'm going to talk about you must be patient with results, but impatient with action, right? And the reason why I made this video is because fear and procrastination is often disguised as preparation, and that's what I notice many people, including myself, do, right? And it's the biggest killer of dreams. And that's the thing. It's so easy to just get consumed by like the little things and think that you're being productive, right? And I remember I've wasted like a shit ton of like months doing something that I shouldn't have been doing, or something that like I thought was productive or felt productive, and I felt like I was doing the right things. But then months later, I realized I was just wasting time. What I should have been doing is something else. For example, right, when you're starting a business, right? What's probably the most important thing, right? You're probably going to say, "Oh, I need to get a website. I need to get a bunch of business cards. I need to, I need to educate myself. I need books. I need to study. Um, I need to learn more tech. Say if you're learning tech, you're providing tech services. I need to learn more tech. I need to get better. I need to study. I need to do this. You're gonna do everything but the one thing that you need for your business right now, and that's customers, right? And that's gonna require you to do something uncomfortable. And what's that uncomfortable thing? It's usually talking to people. It's gonna be talking to strangers, talking to people, talking to business owners, or talking to whoever your customers are. And the thing is, talking to those customers usually is going to lead to many times might lead to rejection. It might lead to uncomfortable situations. It might lead to uncomfortable objections. And but that's action, right? That's usually what it is. And the thing is, action is the bridge between your dreams and your current self now. And I heard this saying once, and this saying really resonated with me. And it's imperfect action beats the snot out of perfect inaction, right? And I just love that. So imperfect action is better than perfect inaction. So you can make affirmations. You can stare yourself in the mirror. You can meditate about abundance. You can make your bed every morning. You could do no fap. You could do the vegan diet. You could do the carnivore diet. You can you can do whatever you want. You could do all the right things. You could run sage in the house. Whatever it is, right? But is it getting you to take action? Or is it just procrastination that's disguised as preparation, right? Just really like think about that, because it doesn't really matter as long as you're taking action towards your goals. Like even if it's one uncomfortable thing, even if it's filming one YouTube video, right? Or if it's reaching out to one, doing one cold outreach, right? Maybe you're cold emailing, right? You're doing that one next thing, because that's what's going to get the ball rolling, right, towards action, because that's what you need action. T Harv Eker, in his book The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, he said that your in so he says your inner world creates your outer world, right? But he says the bridge between your inner world and your outer world is action. So if you're not taking action, then your inner world is just a bunch of wishes. He didn't say it in those exact words, but at least that's what I understood from it. But yeah, like seriously, as mentioned in previous videos, right? Being patient with long-term results is essential, right? It's obviously essential, but that's the thing. Like, are you willing to post on YouTube, right, and get 0 to 1 views for a long time, right? That's going to require patience. Are you willing to cold call all day, cold call a bunch of people, or cold email? Now these days, cold emailing is more common, but yeah, if you're cold calling or emailing, you're gonna be you have to be patient for that. That requires patience. You're gonna get rejected a lot, right? Eating clean food, grilled chicken with broccoli, maybe vegetables, healthy vegetables, maybe some brown rice, right? Versus eating yourself a large pepperoni pizza or a double bacon cheeseburger with french fries, right? Obviously, the double bacon cheeseburger and the pizza is going to taste far more delicious than the grilled chicken for you because you've been used to eating that, right? And that requires patience for you. Patience and probably discipline for you to just eat the grilled chicken instead of the pizza, right? Making more money, making financial growth. You have to be patient. You probably have to say no to a lot of things. You probably have to just put that money to the right things, but then not spend it, right? Not spend it. And that requires patience. That requires discipline, right? Learning a skill, any skill requires patience, right? Because there's going to be trials and errors, tribulations. There's going to be you're gonna feel like you're not gonna want to do it anymore. You're gonna feel like, why am I bothering doing this, right? The gym requires patience. You're gonna go to the gym. You're gonna wake up some days. You're gonna be like, why the fuck am I going to the gym? I don't want to go. It's like it's one day won't be so bad, but it requires patience. It requires patience for you to get that dream body, right? Speaking a foreign language. At first, when you try speaking a foreign language, you're going to sound like a 4-year-old, right? So it's going to require patience to get fluent through that. You got to push through that. Being good at fighting, right? When I first walked into I already told you the story, but when I first walked into doing jiu-jitsu like 4 years ago, I remember I was getting my ass kicked every single day. I was getting submitted. I was getting choked. I was getting armbarred. I was always at the bottom. I was always on my back, right? But I kept going in, and I slowly and little by little I was getting better, right? That requires patience. Yeah, I say this because all this stuff, the stuff that you want to get good at, the stuff that I don't know what you want to achieve, I don't know what it is, but the stuff that you want, it takes time. It takes time, right? And the thing is, those stuff, you have to be patient with those things, right? With the long term things. But taking action, you should not be patient with that. That you can start today. You can start after you watch this video, right? Or you could even start, just X out of the video and just start taking action. Like, seriously, like, stop procrastinating. And what I recommend you do is, I would start. So I've mentioned this book in the past in this channel, but I highly recommend you start. So first of all, I recommend you start with something small, right? So start with like one small step that you can do, right? And just read the book The One Thing by Gary Keller, right? He really gets in depth with it. It's such a good book. He basically, long story short, I've mentioned this, but he says that most people waste time doing bullshit. Like, they're busy, but they're busy doing nothing. Busy doesn't mean that they're being productive. It doesn't mean that they're doing what's going to help them achieve their goals. Most people just are busy doing nothing. So read The One Thing, and that book will guide you. That book right there will guide you. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to keep making more videos like this. So, yeah, subscribe and take care.